Good evening, Canada. Welcome to another episode of IQI Canada Evening Talks. Do not scroll away. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 because this is not just any ordinary episode. You know, it's a Tuesday here, beautiful evening. And normally at this time, you and I would probably be talking about, a July IQI package, an Asian package, or development solution. But no, today's special segment is dedicated to the 100th consecutive episode of IQI and Canada's Evening Talks. That is right. Ever since we started in January 2021, we have reached our 100th landmark episode today. We have a wonderful panel of guests waiting to be interviewed, but before we send them on, I'd like to take a second to welcome my co-host to the show. You know him as a motivational speaker, the CEO's right-hand man, a regular host on Canada Evening Talks, and a passionate and knowledgeable, passionate expert on exotic animals. But above all this, I simply know him as my broski from another Moski. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in giving a warm IQI Canada welcome to Dante Azarmi, joining us from Malaysia. Dante, it is so great to have you here. How are you doing, my friend?
Thank you so much, Artie. It is a real pleasure, and I'm superbly excited for the 100th episode of IQI Canada. What a milestone. What an incredible milestone. I cannot even express how excited. It's been a journey.
It has.
To be honest, it has been a journey.
You know, I remember, sorry, go on.
Go for it, no worries.
I just wanted to say, I remember the very first day, scrolling back to our old WhatsApp messages on the IQI Canada Evening Talks group, and in true Dante fashion, you just inducted everyone into the group. You gave no explanation, and then, you just said, we're live, we're ready to go, we're ready with IQI Canada Evening Talks, and I'm just going, what is my spider kissing brother up to now? And but you know what? We pulled through it. Here we are at episode 100, and wow.
It's incredible. It is incredible. And to start this, we have very special guests for you guys. True VIPs of the GUI IQI, whole ecosystem. So I want you guys to put a big round of applause. Put every number 1 and 2 you can put in those comment sections to really introduce our speakers to come. So now, Artie, can you do the pleasures of introducing our first 2 incredible speakers?
Absolutely. Well, this is IQI Canada Evening Talks. We have to have the country head of GUI IQI here, Mr. Yusuf Iqbal, and joining us again all the way from Malaysia. Please give a warm welcome to none other than the group CEO, Mr. Kashif Ansari himself. Kashif, a very good evening and good morning to both of you. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. How are you gents doing?
A very good day to you guys.
Awesome. Morning. How are you doing?
We're doing great. We're doing wonderfully. Thank you.
Awesome.
It's such a pleasure to have you both.
No, it's a great honor for us to be here. And then definitely, as Adi say, still remember that day. And then if we rewind, it's Yusuf idea, and he was just discussing, say I want to connect more with the community. He's a creative person. He always
really did.
Always on the move. So he was like, let's do and it was maybe the Facebook page we were discussing, he's not happy when he has 1,000 likes, he wants 10,000 likes or 20,000 likes. And that's how it came. But the beauty of the IQI family is, when we decide, so, we always give the quote, you need to take action. So, you have to jump into the pond. You don't have to be scared of those alligators or whatever it is. When you decide, you jump into it. And there were some critics. We were talking to some gurus and they were saying, no, is it not needed? But that's how the dedication is. Until you won't try, you won't experience, because no one was doing it. And that's how, we say, let's do it. And how to do it. So Yusuf said, you are my first guest. Let's start.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it has been such a journey with you all, and it really has changed the whole ecosystem in terms of how we view IQI Canada. It has so much, it's bloomed into something incredible. Yeah. And I can't say how thankful I am to both of our incredible people that we have here.
Thanks to Dante. Really, I still remember, and I was pushing him. Doesn't matter, it's 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We have to quit. and that's the family. And then like RD, thanks to you, like coming up with the script, coming up with, it's not easy, like what people watching over there doing this thing, looking it so easy, but you guys are awesome. What you have done is awesome. It's a teamwork. And that's, like if you can't do anything if you don't have a great team. And that's the success of Joy IQ, because we are blessed to have two you more handsome, beautiful, and nice, energetic young boys.
Thank you very much. We're both blushing now.
It makes, it's always, like it's not, so that's the beauty of the teamwork, so I think we are so blessed, we are so happy. It's not easy, but we did it, and can't wait for 1,000 episode, inshallah, and then we'll celebrate our 1,000 episode. I think the awesome journey. Let's keep it up. And again, the lesson to learn: never give up. Right? There was a time, like Dante, oh, I'm sick, RD is not available, Yusuf, and then Yusuf was never give up. He said, doesn't matter. I will do it. I will do it, and we'll make it happen. So
Absolutely.
that's wonderful.
Just want to add, what Kashif is saying, that, Kashif said, when we're going to start this episode, he said, okay, we're going to do that. And then we said, okay, we'll go do it once a week. We'll do it maybe, 3 times a week. So he called me and said, no, Yusuf, if you're going to do it, we will do it every day, And I called up Dante. Dante, boss said we're going to do it every day, speakers, but never happened, I mean, as he said, so again, the force behind pushing us is definitely Kashif, the brain, the engine behind whole thing, which you got to do it, you have to do it. And he told me very nice, he said, you know what, Yusuf, you can take out half an hour. Why not? Let's do it. And, it's amazing, because in our VP meetings, which we had yesterday, we were all discussing that what we should do in, channelizing this and coming up with more ideas and bringing in more guests in. So hats off to the teamwork.
Hats off to the
teamwork. Hashtag teamwork makes the dream work, right?
And then definitely, because, I think the guests will come in and out. So I like to thank Junaid. Then Junaid took over, and Junaid was very contributing. Thank you to Junaid. And our iron, powerful lady, Anu, she'll come in. It's like she was there, and such an awesome, that's how, where everybody was contributing, where everyone was coming in, and so it's and which shows, how we work together, and that's the success of Joy IQI. Let's continue, and I'm so excited with Bob and the team. Bob is doing it Mandarin and Cantonese. You won't believe, people, they're calling me from all over the world, and they're asking, what can be done. So it's changed the perception of IQI Canada. It's really helped. Leon is there from all the way from Australia. That's the beauty of the family. So, we contribute, even like Lily, I think Somsak, Chandi, Drew, they all contributed. So let's make it, I think we make it quite, the idea behind that is connect to the community and listen to the people, what they're looking for, and to help them and to guide them. So we need a channel, is not restricted to Canada, and yes, where the speakers are from there, Toronto, and then where we based that this start from Canada, Evening Talk of Canada. You won't believe the kind of questions we were getting. It was not only about real estate. People, they're asking, where should I put my kid in which school? Which district I gonna go? Even, okay, what is the neighbor nice desi restaurant? So, that was the whole idea. It's not about that. That's what IQI is all about. So connect with the community. The more you connect, the more you'll get information, and that's all about, that's all about the sales. Sales is not about doing a transaction. Sales is about connecting people. And I think this platform, the Evening Talk, took us to the very good level. So you can see our sales growth on the Canada side is more than 1,000%. All right.
It's flying. But I have to say, it is truly because of, being blessed by great leaders in this company, and to the fact that we have this mentality in IQI, that this family mentality, that we all try to put in everything we have to make sure that this engine, this great machine, goes forward. And we truly do call every one of our agents warriors, and that's because, they put everything they have into it. And of course, so now being said that we are blessed with such awesome leaders. Now it's get time for us to get to know the really awesome leaders that we have. So I want Artie, please start the questions and let's get the show on the road.
Absolutely. Well, Kashif, as you said, you mentioned the word honor. It's an absolutely great honor for me because, this is the 100th episode and this is the first time I'm actually hosting you as the CEO of Juwai IQI. So hashtag blessed. So, Kashif, you already explained, where the idea of IQI Canada Evening Talks came from. What other countries have adopted this similar pattern of evening talks? Have they? Like, are we the only ones doing it? Do you know if other countries where IQI has made a presence, are they going to start?
As I said, Yusuf Iqbal is always very aggressive person. So when he just go, he's not, because he's brought up and raised in Middle East. So in Middle East, in Dubai, we have two roads: road, on road, and off road. So we have safari will go. So he's the guy who always take the off road. He said like that's. So I think evening talk. What we are doing is like definitely Canada is the one who's doing every day, and then definitely with the success, there are other countries they are following up. But like Mandy, which is head of our international. Yes, Adi, you have to be proud. Yes, you are. And so, but like Mandy, she's continuously conducting the talks, which is quite regular on different topics with different countries. So, and Australia is also, like Lily and Leanne, they are conducting good talks. So I think that's they are more and more. I think Dubai recently started doing this. I think that they are getting into. They're following you, Ardi. So you have to keep it up, right?
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Well, thank you so much for that, Kashif.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I wanted to ask you, Yusuf, this is a question because we've gone so far. We started from the first episode as mentioned by Kashif as well. We've gone, we went from being once a week or twice a week to every day, every single day a week. So I want to ask you, how do you feel about having come so far with the show?
It's been a very pleasure ride. We were struggling in the starting, coming up with the ideas. But then, as Kashi said, the beauty of Jawai IQ is that we said we're going to bring in country heads, all the country heads, just a phone call away. 6 o'clock in the morning, their 5 o'clock in the morning, their time, they jumped in. I even had, Omar and Barak, they were like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
They said, all right, so we're going to do that for you. So that was the beauty of it. And then, of course, our own team, of course, Junaid has been one of the very, contributor onto that. Every time, I said, hey, Junaid, we need to get onto Facebook. Like, let's decide a topic. And he was right on there. Bob and
Exactly.
Ben, when the team joined in, they're doing amazing job in Mandarin and Cantonese. So I'm telling you what, we are very excited. There's a lot more lined up. This is just the beginning. We have had very good business partners who have joined us. We had lawyers, we had accountants, we are doing an insurance through with Anthony every month, and we got Bira. She's talking about the landlord and tenants thing. So we have not only that, we have more speakers lined up, and I can tell you what, it's been a great ride, and we look forward, as Pasha said, 1,000 episode, guys. I'm sure we can do it, of course, with the support of Dante and other one.
Yes.
Thank you. But I mean, let's put another zero in front of that 100 very soon. We're gonna really. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be at the 5,000 episode at some point, and we're gonna be like, wow, look back at the our 100th milestone. That's gonna be insane. I love it. I love it. And of course, I wanted to ask you. There was a time when we were thinking, okay, what other topic am I gonna be using? What other speaker is going to come next? So, but now we have so many people tuning in, so many people wanting to be hosts. So I wanted to ask, what is some new topic or one special guest that you personally have, are thinking about that is going to come in the future shows?
So we will be bringing in, some immigration consultants. We got that people in mind. Definitely, we will have our international team coming back to us and giving us some project updates. The other thing is that, this is a speakers platform, and especially, I really love the idea when Kashif called me one day, said, Yusuf, let's do a program in Urdu. I said, who's going to listen to us? He said, you know what? Yusuf, people will connect with you. And that's how it started, talking in Urdu. So again, as you know, I was telling you, get ready for your Farsi program as well, So we will have different language speakers and again, different business partners who would be joining us. And there's also we're also planning to bring in our directors. As Kashif had done. I think we still have Daniel, Georg, and the rest of the people lined up on that. So we're going to start bringing them. And so there's again a whole lot of things which we are planning for next full year. I can say that.
Definitely looking forward to it. And I have to say this is the only platform that Dante will ever have done Farsi language on. There's no other place you're going to see it. Only one of a kind. So the next question is going to be for both of you gentlemen. Now, Kashif, Yusuf, we want to get to know our group CEO of IQI and the country head of IQI Canada a little bit more. You both have incredible extensive experience and portfolio in not just in real estate, but many different industries. And you've really put in and brought a lot of value into the real estate industry over the years. And we got to thank you for that, of course, before we get into the question. But I wanted to ask you guys individually, what has your journey coming into real estate been like? And did you ever think that you would want to be in real estate from the beginning?
Sure, yeah, for sure. Never thought of. But like I think me and Yusuf both are coming from the investment background, and that's how we understand what the investment is. And then on the investment side, this is how we started our journey. But definitely, the more secure, the most best investment is real estate. So and it's no brainer when you do any business in the world or anything which is you'll need it whatsoever, whether there is a COVID, there is no COVID. So like people in the tourism, maybe in the different sector, COVID hit, gone. Some other time, some businesses are gone. So real estate is something which is required now and forever. So you need a roof on your top, and that's so real estate, not for sure. So the time we decided this is the business, this is something which is forever. And then what we realized starting off IQI is there is a lot of innovation is required in this. So it was all traditional kind of thing. So I still remember my dad dealing with the real estate people. They were acting the same way in 2010 when we started IQI. So we really, it has to change. This is the business. Yes, the model remain the same, but you need some innovation. If you don't, so for us, always remember innovation and creativity is the backbone of the success of any business. If you, any business, when they thought of okay, this is, I'm good, whatever I'm doing is good, and it's forever. Trust me, it's wrong. So lots of businesses where they fail, when they are successful, they don't innovate, they won't go for creativity, and that's, yes, there's a time they're sitting off a lot of cash, but they burn as they go along, right? Why? Because there is no creativity. With IQI, we believe in innovation, we believe in creativity. So that's in our DNA, right? We have our t-shirts, this is DNA. So from the journey, the answer to your question, the time we started and the journey, the secure business, the business you always remain, and there's a lot of creativity, there is a lot of innovation is needed. And I think we are the first one who have changed how the real estate works. That's why when people, they connect with us, and today we are plus 18,000 team all over the world, because IQI is the future. If you don't move now, this is the time. If you don't move now, you'll regret it, because that's what we did. And then we being me and Yusuf, we being agent ourselves, we know how the agency and the agent works. So everything which is needed to help grow team, we put in IQI. So once you come in, you'll be taking care. That's why we say this is the platform. And I think this is moving forward. If you are a realtor and you want to be successful, this is the time and this is the platform. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. Wonderful answer. Wonderful answer. Totally agree. It really is. We in terms of how we start things, the thing that I love about Kashif is that he never is happy with what is. He wants to see what can become. And I love that about him. So, and of course, Yusuf, what is your answer to this?
But you know what? One thing I always look at that, and I advise people is that when you look at the population calculator, put it on the internet and see how the population is growing. Right? You will see the population is growing, but the land is not growing. Right? Land in the world is still the same. That means as the population is growing, the real estate need is going to be there forever. So that was one of the first thing which I looked at. Is, you know what? This is one business which is not going to end and is going to expand. Now, again, the journey into real estate was good. As I've always shared this story, but I want to share here. I was doing, what a typical realtor would do it. And one fine day, I get a call from Kashif, 2014 or 15. I said, Yusuf, you know what? Come to Dubai. Let's, just come to the show, and we will be, we'll be there at the show, and we're exhibiting and the show is called Cityscape in Dubai. I said, yeah, sure, let me go check it out. And I can tell you what, in 2015, when I was there, I met the team and I looked at the concept of IQI, and that was a game changer for me. And from then, since then, I told Kash, you know what, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's not go wait on
Let's
it.
go for
So
it.
we have had that rep office going in. We started in 2018. We're still growing up. Still going in. Yes, thank God we've been very blessed, very lucky. We've seen some very good sales coming up for IQI Canada. The team is getting very, very good. But I can tell you one thing: I've got a lot of very active vitamins behind me. There's a vitamin K, which is Kashif, and got a vitamin D, which is Daniel. These two support pillars are there. So this has been an amazing journey. And again, for anybody looking into real estate, this is one one career where there's enormous growth. Sky's the limit. Now with the Jawai IQI platform, the reason I'm saying is that, as Kai said, 18,000 agents, 17, 18, 19 countries, you name it, you got it. You are sitting here and you are doing this locally and internationally. I mean, I have not seen a company like that, and a kind of culture which we got on that. So again, Chawai IQI, the best platform to be.
Wonderful answer. It is truly a global support. That is, when you enter into GYIQI, you realize that you are not just blessed by the team that you are in at that moment in your own branch and country, but a worldwide global support for every single thing. You have a buyer that wants some, property all the way, countries away around the world. You have the support of that team in that area for you to be able to do what is needed to be done. That being said, from my side, Artie, do you have any questions?
Yes, absolutely. Now, Kashif, jumping back, you mentioned, 2010 and when GUI and IQI were just starting up. And we'd like to get into a little bit of the history, and we know that GUI and IQI merged in 2019, but we'd really like to know, who proposed to who got down on one knee and opened up the big box and said, will you merge with me?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I know this story.
I think we were, I know Georg from a long time back, and then we were dating each other for quite long, and it was one beautiful evening. I think maybe I was on my knees and then say like, "Will you marry me?"
Awesome.
So I think it's a mutual, but like what I said, it's like the beauty of Joy IQ merger is like both are practical. We both understand the vision and we can see what's coming. And the reason of the success, there is a lot of companies that happen, COVID happens, and they really gone. The reason was that they were not able to see how technology is important. Yes. And for us, 2020 is better than 2019. 2021 is better than, because we were prepared. We understand that technology is the future and what agents and the realtor really needed. That's what we did. So we did in 2019. We were ready. We understand how technology is important. It's not about you being a realtor and just go out and get the leads and conduct your business. There is so many things needed. And that's how, like for day one, whether it's GUI or IQI, how to empower and take care of our team, how to give them more and more tools so they will become successful. Always remember, if your team is successful, then only you're successful. So you have to build your team first. And that's how the merger happened. And we are so blessed. We took it the right decision, which was 2019. And whatever the odds and whoever saying this model won't work, we prove them with our numbers. 200% growth, the team flourished. We were ready. The 18 March when the COVID happened, we were ready, technologically advanced, everything done, our viewing, whatever is needed. Those who started to build now will take them so long. We have prepared everything 5 years back. So that's how it all happened. And then we are blessed we did that. And since then, and I think going forward, there are more people, there are more countries joining us. And they appreciate what we have seen. It's coming now. Like RD, sometimes you go and tell people, look, this is what it is. They don't believe. But when it happens, they rush to you, and then they come and tell you, please, you are right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's too late. So that's what we say. Like Canada is starting. Canada is starting to grow. So the realtor in Canada, I'm telling you, Dante is with me. There are countries queuing up to be part of GUI IQI. So when IQI Canada, there'll be a time. And when we started in Malaysia, exactly how Yusuf is explaining everyone, look, this is IQI Canada, and if you join us, this is what happened. In Malaysia, they queue up. They send, and there's a queue. Once it's approved, they come and join. Same like Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam, we are growing. We have a very strong team. And that's how it is. So Canada, this is an opportunity for the realtor, because GUI IQI is the future. If you want to grow your business and you want to retain and enjoy the future, GUI IQI.
Absolutely. Well, you
contact us right down there.
Perfect.
Right down there, exactly. Kasha, that actually ties in quite nicely with my next question, which was, word on the market is that new countries have joined us. I think 2 new countries, and there are more in queue. Could you, could you tell us who they are?
Yeah, very, very much. We are growing more in Asia. And definitely there are more countries coming in. Of course, Southeast Asia, we want to complete the map, which is like Indonesia is one of the ones we are working very closely. Then you have, we got Mongolia, which is quite interesting country. And then Nepal, we are working with Nepal quite closely, Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Qatar. We recently had a good meeting. Dante is following up on that. So, as I'm saying, there's a lot of country we have to join. They have to go through a due diligence process. We want to make sure that the main thing is this: culture fit is very much needed. Absolutely. You can be the best of the best, but sorry, sir, if the culture is not met, because this is what we are. This is how we work. It's not me, it's not I. We as a team. All right. So if that culture is not there, sorry, sir, you're not welcome at GUI IQI. So the beauty of GUI IQI, we are one. We'll work together. We respect each other, and we'll make sure everyone is successful. It's not what is coming to me, if everyone for the whole team. So culture is very much important. Once the culture fit is this, bang, you're in. Welcome to the family.
Awesome.
Wonderful. I have to say that is incredibly true, and we're thinking of really completely making the whole map red, because we want to be everywhere.
Party has just started. RD party has
just started. And the end is nowhere in sight.
Exactly. So, we're in the middle.
The 2 big countries, 1.3 billion population, India and China. So we are there, and then we are growing. Thanks to our team in India, they're growing very fast. And we have the best of the best listing in India and the Indian investor. So there is one of the property which is more than 100 crore properties, one of the most expensive properties sold by IQI India team member. So that's what our strength is. So that's. So I think our time is running out. So just want to add some more people to thank. Thank you to our team, our social media team. So very much there on the Canada side. Salman Mapara, my God, he's so good. And I still remember he said, who will listen to me? I said, sir, your voice is so sexy. Who won't listen to you? so thank you to everyone who contributed. And again, it's a teamwork, and it's a thank you to everyone. It's not possible if each and every one contribution is not there. So I just like to thank everyone for that.
And speaking again of
Thank you
contributions,
so much.
Kashif, thank you so much for contributing your time and your
Yes,
energy for being
yes.
here. We know it's stupid o'clock in the morning for you when you started, but thank you. We really do appreciate you being here, and Yusuf as well. Thank you very, very
Thank
much.
you, guys. Thank you
have
so
any
much.
words of
Thank
closing
you
before
so
we-
much.
Alrighty.
Take care.
Wonderful. Hope
Bye-bye.
to see you guys
Bye.
soon. And Kashif, see you in the office.
See you in the office.
Bye. See you guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.
Alrighty, that was a really hot session. I loved it. Well, we have so much more in store for you guys, and maybe there's a bit of a noise coming. Okay, so don't worry, it's all good. So we've got some very special guests coming up as well next, and of course I wanted to introduce them, and I wanted to, you guys to like get ready, and of course put all the comments in number 1s and 2s to show how excited you are. Number 1, we have Junaid Zikar, VP of Investment in IQI Canada, and of course Ben Liu, VP of Business Development in IQI Canada. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
Hello.
How's everything going with you guys?
Great. Thank you, Adi. Thank you, Dante. It's amazing. And today I didn't realize we have 100 episodes. It's amazing that time flies, and we just started, and Kashif and Yusuf explaining, and you and Adi. So it's amazing to be here, 100 episode.
Thank you so much for
Exactly
joining
what Artie
us.
said it. Thank you so much. And as when Artie told me it was the 100th episode, I just looked at him with just completely zero emotions, like, really? And it was incredible. It was an incredible moment for us to realize that we have come so far. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for us to jump into it? And is there anything you want to say before we do?
No, we are ready.
Awesome. Well, let's get right into
wonderful.
it. Well, gents, as we said, with Kashif and Yusuf, we'd like to get to know you a little bit more. Could you please tell us about your backgrounds and your journeys into the world of real estate? How long have you guys been with IQI Canada? Where did you guys come from? Junaid, why don't you take the first floor of this one?
Yeah, thank you, Adi. I think it's amazing to be part of the IQI. I think I know IQI, the people in IQI, especially Kashif and Yusuf for a long time, Shahid, since before they even started with IQI. For myself, I've been a finance graduate, working in a different companies, different sectors. Most recently with the largest private equity firm based in Dubai, with offices in emerging markets. So I've been into investments and different type of investments. Real estate was one part of that. And real estate, being as a person, you always invest in real estate, being a personal investment as well as for the company. So when I moved to Canada, I thought to take a time off. And then, of course, Kashif was always been in touch. He's a very great friend and a brother. So he said, started doing real estate and joined Yusuf. And then he literally forced me to register myself for the real estate licensing, which I thought, okay, fine. When he's saying so, I can't say no to him. But I never thought of doing this even at that time. And then COVID happens. So everything shut down. So I had a lot of time to thought about it. And then when I looked around at different asset classes, being my finance background, I work in different sectors and different asset classes. I realized with the way we are going, the economy is going, the stocks and every other asset classes, real estate is one class which stands out. It's something like physical real estate, physical asset, you feel it, right?
Absolutely.
When you invest in stocks, when you invest in bonds, when you invest in everything else, you don't feel the real asset. Yeah. And someone very experienced, very old, wise guy told me that two things you give it to your kids. One is good education and good manners, and secondly is the real estate, the land. So it's a good advice, and I realized to start working on that. And when I look at IQI, I realized that it's something which is a different brokerage, different real estate advisory firm. So I joined the wagon.
Awesome. Well, you know what?
That's
if you want to
amazing.
give me the land, I'm fine without the education.
Me too. Trust me, and you can send Canada dollars because it's cheaper if you buy land in here with Canada dollars. So,
what about you?
I 100% agree about the assets. And what other asset in the world can you say that you had just acquired that you can live in? Not, I don't know. Can you live in bonds? No, right? But that is incredible. So I wanted to also jump into asking Ben a question. Now, Ben, you've been regularly hosting IQI Canada's evening talk on Fridays and Sundays with Bob Zhu and Ray Teo. Now, I wanted to tell our viewers, how has this experience been for you, and what kind of campaigns have you been running? And has this really contributed to the success that you were looking for to gain from this platform?
Sure. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting me here. And it's my great honor to be here tonight. And my name is Benjamin. And yeah, okay. Yeah. My name is Benjamin from Guangzhou, China. And so for me, I think the evening talk is a very interesting experience and a very valuable opportunities for me. So like tonight, I can talk and share with July, with Kasha, Yosef, and everyone from different countries, different cultures. I think it's very amazing. So
wonderful.
Yes.
That's incredible. How has it helped you in terms of reaching the kind of objectives and success that you were looking for?
Yeah, sure. And I think we are now in Mandarin and Cantonese every Friday and Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So we invite our brokerage agents to share their experience and their list at different stage with us. So as well as some, of course, some interesting stories. So some evening talks can get thousands of views. So this is something we never expected. So that's
wonderful.
I think so.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to get a 1,000 over.
And Ben, as you rightfully said, some of the best things that you learn are not from textbooks; they're from experience, and not just your experience, but from the experience of others, right? So. Well, we're glad you're learning. We're glad everyone can benefit from this platform. Absolutely. Jeanette, going over to you, as the VP of Investments, you've had the opportunity to host guests from a variety of occupational backgrounds, right? Can you tell us a bit about that? What do you hope to achieve with these sessions, and how has it benefited you?
I think when Yusuf and Kashif mentioned earlier that, and you guys also when you started, the idea was to communicate, right? And to share. So I think the Joy IQI from the Canada perspective is a very well kept secret till we started these Facebook Live, because not many people knew about what a Joy IQI means even. So it's a way for us to communicate the brand, and it also allows us to make sure that we share the knowledge we have within, not only within IQI, but also bringing all those speakers from different walk of life, either be lawyers, be accountants, immigration consultants, different insurance. But there are so many areas which connect with the real estate. So what we thought about that, even within the real estate, we thought about that we tell our client or the audience the knowledge and share the knowledge to become more knowledgeable, because idea is not about only to help them make their own decision, but also help them understand how can enable them to make the decision themselves, right? So by sharing the knowledge and using the platform, it was an amazing experience so far, because it allows us to IQI as a brand to tell the people that we care about our customer, the client. Of course, we care about team and members, about all the family, but also we care about the client, and we share the knowledge in an open platform.
Absolutely.
Well said, well said. And of course, I wanted to ask you both now, actually. So Ben, Janae, for the both of you, what is a particularly awesome memory that you have while hosting this whole show? Is there something particular that comes to mind that you want to share with us?
Ben, why don't you go ahead?
Oh, sure, yes. I think because the agents who attend are very shy at first, right? So they are afraid of not saying or not doing very well. So, but once they do, I think they are interact with us very quickly, and actually they are doing very well. So sometimes can even stop. So that's my very funny moment. So, but I think we should thank our company, GYIQI, because GYIQI for providing a platform and an opportunity for each agent to challenge themselves, try the new things, and sometimes I think it's get out of our comfort zone. So that's amazing. Yeah.
Wonderfully said. Wonderfully said. And Janae?
So I think that in terms of memories, I mean, a couple of there's so many, but a couple of them notable. And for myself, I've never been a Facebook guy. I've never been someone who loved to come, like to come, and I never had experience. So it just started as I started my real estate career when Kashi forced me, and then similarly with Facebook Live, Kashi used to say, "You have to do it. You have to do it." So we started doing it. And at times, what we have seen that we are sharing a lot of knowledge, which normally typically don't get to hear. And specialists are coming and talking about this thing. I think it's a couple of people who have called us and said, "Okay, I really learned something with you guys sharing." So it's a good experience where people are really liking it and getting something out of it. So I think it's still a start. It's only 100 episodes, as you said earlier. So we're looking forward for more of this and more of sharing knowledge with the people.
For sure.
I hope it will be helpful for people who are watching and listening to us.
Oh, I'm sure.
I look forward to seeing you all in the 5,000th,
Oh my God.
We're all going to be gray,
Good.
I'm already graying.
Well, Artie, to you for the next question.
Well, gents, very quickly, what are your hopes and aspirations for this segment? Where would you like to see it develop into the future?
Is it for me?
For both of you.
For both?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think we have many business partners in different fields, right? So, and our agents have different interests. For example, some are taekwondo master, some like guns and huntings,
Wow.
and some like sailings. So for me, I want to be able to do the evening talk in their real space. So not just in front of the camera, right? So maybe next time we will have the evening talk in the boat or somewhere, everywhere. So
I want to be part of that party.
Of course.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Welcome.
So you're going to have
welcome.
an agent roundhouse kick someone and then just look at the camera after that and say, like, you got to buy a house.
Yes. Actually, I hope to let the audience and outside agents to maybe know more about our agents, know more about our business partners, and especially more about our corporate cultures is the most important, right?
Wonderful. And Janae?
Yeah, I think I echo what I agree with what Ben is saying. I think we were talking earlier about Bob was showing his golf skills, so we can have Bob coming and giving us the golf lessons. but I think it's the idea. The way I see it is that is to when we call Jawai IQI the family, we don't call it a team, we call it a family of all the members. We want to show the true side of family. It's not all about business, but also the life we live, right? And all of us from different backgrounds, different nationalities, speak different languages, different in hobbies, different aspirations. I think that's the platform where we're going to show the world that who we are and how we live our life, and we enjoy life and we change lives, as we say, the IQI. So I think it's not only about the business, the corporate and the brand, but also about the lives we spend, we live. And that's also show that those who are not part of IQI, what they're missing. So it's just a way to communicate for us to the world that who we are. And it's not all about business all the time. It's also about the lives we live.
That's very true. And what rich lives that each of our agents, and of course you guys are living, because and when you guys mentioned golf after saying guns and taekwondo, I'm like, I have a very different image of golf right now in my head. Alrighty. So I think is this the last question on this side, Artie, or is there another one before that?
I think we've pretty much, you guys, in all your expressive talking, you've actually answered the last one, which was is there any particular talk you're seriously looking forward to. If you have any closing remarks, you're more than welcome to
please do.
Give them. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. So I think we're working with IQI of the part of the IQI family based in Canada, and we as a team, growing team, and our ultimate objective is to make sure that we help our client to make the right investment decisions, mostly in real estate, but we also cater for other type of investments, and that's the beauty of IQI GY, because we as a real estate brokerage, we not only cater for the real estate, but it also allows us, because the diversified team we have and the partnership we have with different partners, different stakeholders in the community in Canada, allows us to service and help our client to make the investment decision, not only this, but also other sectors. So please, we are happy to help. And that's the whole idea of being part of Joy. Actually.
Wonderfully said, Junaid. And of course, you, Ben?
Yeah. I look forward to all the topics, and I hope that the audience and the outside agents can continue to pay attention and support the GY IQI. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. And I'm looking Thank you. And I'm looking forward to that Taekwondo session that you were talking about as well. Thank you so much, gents. Hope to see you guys again soon in upcoming episodes of the IQI and the Evening Talk. That being said, we'll see you soon, and we're going to jump into our next section after you, gentlemen. See you guys.
Thank you very much, Ned and Ben. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Wonderful. That was awesome.
You're looking forward to Taekwondo. I'm more looking forward to golf. And you know what? I think we have the perfect teacher coming up right next.
Exactly.
We have our VP of Operations for GY IQI Canada and one of our own sales agents, one of our very experienced sales agents, who I've been blessed to work with to find my own house in Brampton. Can you please help me welcome Bob Zhu and Anu Kavli to the stream?
Hello.
It is so great to have you. Hello. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. How are you guys doing?
Great. Awesome.
Wonderful. Dante, why don't you start us off?
Alrighty. So Bob, Anu, we have basically faced, quite often, we've seen your faces on the platform a lot. So what I wanted to ask you guys before we jump into anything is that tell us a little bit about your backgrounds. We want to know Bob Zhu and Anu before the real estate industry, and then tell us about how you got into the real estate world after that.
Ladies first.
What a gentleman.
Thank you so much, Bob. So first of all, thank you for asking me to join for the 100th interview, and kudos to both of you, Dante and Ardi. You're doing awesome. You have been a great support and awesome posts, and so I'm just so proud to be at this with everybody in this conversation. I'm learning so much from great successful people one-on-one. So a little bit about myself. It has been 16 glorious years in Canada now, and I was actually already investing and learning about real estate when we came to Canada. I was learning about Canadian real estate market, and when I got learning it, I thought I might as well serve others as well to build wealth for everyone, right? And hence I started studying license, and then finally, because long story short, because my kids were young at that time, I was all on my own. So finally got my license 7 years ago, and there has been no looking back after that.
Wow.
What a true powerhouse you are. And I love the passion in you to, if I'm making something happen and I'm getting something that is good for me, I want to share it with everybody else and make sure that they do as well.
Absolutely.
That being said, Bob.
Okay. Well, I'm just so excited to be here. Thanks for having me today.
We're excited to have you.
Thank you. Well, I'm definitely not a golf instructor per se. I'm actually just learning it. Okay, I'm not really. Don't expect that much from me. Like I'm still learning from my master Ray Teal from our team here, and he is actually a great Taekwondo master and a golf teacher. So
does he use them both together?
Yeah, I guess so. It's dangerous, right? No, anyhow, I mean, it's been fun. I mean, it's definitely a great pleasure to be here. And a little bit about myself. I have came to Canada since I was like 16 years old. Like I came to Canada as an international student.
Wow.
And never thought I can stay, in Canada for that long. Like now, what, like 22 years now. And I actually graduated in a business actually called electrical engineer. I was more of a nerd guy, like to be honest, like working behind the computers all the time. And as I go along, like I spent almost like 8 years in the electrical engineer, and I got to know some of the property management guys, like from the commercial side, and they actually talked to me so much, and I just so love communicating with people and just outgoing with them, and they just suggesting me, Bob, you should probably do something about the sales side, because just you're quite a talker. So I end up looking to that direction and starting jumping from different companies, to be honest, to end up landing into one of the largest electrical engineering firm in North America. And I got to work in the team. I started realizing how team structure empowers the every aspect. So, and I got this opportunity to work with a developer once I become a project manager somehow. So I landed in that company and start working as a real estate agent. And I just compare with project management and versus doing transactions. I'm more into doing transactions eventually. So I said, you know what, I'm going to become a full-time real estate agent. After that, it's just going to be more challenging to myself. There's just a lot of opportunities, and I got to know a lot of awesome people. And of course, working in real estate is not as easy as I thought at the beginning, but I mean, as I go along, I think I'm just lucky enough and just run into different, good people, and started working as a team leader after a few years. And so for past 5 years, I've been leading a team, of 25 people to work in the real estate residential side, and the team just gave me so much possibilities and make me, wondering like, what can I do to even improve our team for my agents and our site. And I just so lucky enough I can be, talking to Yusuf, and I just found that this is awesome platform, like a company and a mindset and a culture. And I just feel like I have to be here, so it makes me not thinking back anymore, just be one of us in this family.
Wonderful. And I'm glad that I asked you guys this question. What a rich background both of you have. And it's incredible to see you guys both in real estate. And of course, Bob, like you said, you love communication and no one can get enough of you right now. that phone keeps on ringing.
That's right.
Well, Anu, over to you. Can you tell us about some of the segments that you found yourself hosting? Now, have you done a variety of topics? Have you found that you've stuck to one area of real estate, or maybe different aspects of real estate? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, certainly. So I've made few contributions to this century, So I've been talking about monthly updates with Mr. Yusuf, and I enjoy every time talking about the increase in the market trend, and it gets me super excited, It takes me back to the school days, actually, when we used to get the report cards. Oh, the percentage has increased with so and so percentage. Well, jokes apart, it is very detailed, and it gives you a wonderful insight about how the market is improving, not just in Toronto, but we also cover Peel area, we also cover Cambridge and Waterloo area. So I get to know more about almost the whole of Ontario, basically.
Wonderful.
And we tell people about it. And I have also been honored to be partnering with the Bank of Montreal and we have Mr. Joseph Mazuka, who is a mortgage specialist at BMO, and we have been spreading knowledge about mortgages. We did one for general mortgage. We spread that knowledge. Then we also did for first-time buyers. Next we are going to do for international buyers. How mortgage? Yeah, so we have plenty and more to come. And earlier, I remember Kashif sir was talking about, that he just asked Mr. Yusuf to, let's have a talk in Urdu. So that makes me think that I should sharpen my Punjabi, and I have to shine out there as well. And yes, certainly, if I express my language, I can connect to more people,
Absolutely.
and educate them. Yeah. And we have Mandarin, Cantonese, Urdu, Punjabi, Hindi, English, and whatnot.
Absolutely. That's what we're all about, right? Making those connections.
Absolutely.
And soon to be Farsi.
Yes. Yes.
I am not ready for that, but let's see what happens.
Yes, certainly. And let's going back, right? We have to connect with people. So why not?
100%. And that being said, I wanted to ask you, Bob, as well. As mentioned earlier, you do a really cool show with Ray and Ben, of course. So I wanted to ask you, because it's in Mandarin and Cantonese. So if you could you give us a rundown to our non-Chinese speakers about what the show is basically about? And do you think it has helped you with the objectives that you were looking for?
Well, one thing for sure, I have started practicing my Cantonese, even though I'm just speaking Mandarin is my main tongue, but I get to this opportunity to practice a little bit the Cantonese on that sense, because it's been years for me to speak like that language. But it is, you never know, like all of a sudden everything comes back, and some of the dialect, I didn't even know like when did I learn it, but it's there. So
it's like riding a bicycle again.
Exactly. It's just so much fun. And one thing, and also because we only started this, this is what, like 6 weeks about. So we actually start off with a series of some topics about being in the real estate agent, what kind of stage, what kind of experience are you going to go through from as a brand new agent towards to the end, like what basically a business running, business owner type of thing. Because it's very unique in Canada being a real estate agent. You're literally a business person, entrepreneur. So the vision, the way of the mindset has to be a little bit different. So I'm sort of analyzing for the agents, start from scratch, like being a brand new agent to all the way to the different paths that you're looking for, and what kind of career path you're gonna plan for yourself. We're sort of doing that as the beginning. Try to do different languages, hoping to reach out to a lot of agents in Facebook and tuning in, try to figure out what they're looking for. Having a GUI QI platforms and the mindset, all the founders, all the pioneers, we're able to tailor the company structure in a way that the different stages agents are actually, it's a good match for this platform. I just wanted to get to know each other and just get to the agent's mind that they have to sort of reach out to us and talk to us, be a friend. Doesn't have to be make the decision right away, but then get to know us first and to see why we have made the decision, do the jump like that, right? So it's been very helpful at the beginning, because a lot of we got some contact from the person actually who's considering to become a real estate agent and never thought about whether it's going to go through, and we say, join us. Right, join us first, and then get your license together. You'll be learning while you're trying to get a license, right?
Right.
It's been quite interesting. A lot of people actually approaching us, and plus, like Jeanette said, like I'm not really a Facebook guy. Like I don't do that much of posting, but now I got this opportunity to even step out of my comfort zone to give it a shot about this, and I just feel like I'm just moving one step ahead. It's over myself, so I feel this is very helpful.
Wonderful.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I do like have a lot of talks about like, breaking the comfort zone and coming out. So I'm glad to see all of the members in IQI Canada doing that. So that's awesome. Big rounds of applause for you guys, man. Seriously. Well done. Well done. And of course,
forward, do either of you, thank you, Dante, do either of you have any cool ideas for the next topics that you'd like to see discussed?
Oh, well, if I can go for this one, I have been thinking of, I have actually been talking to Mr. Yusuf that we should bring more topics up like RRSPs, or we can get, somebody to talk about that. That can help the first-time buyers. And maybe I would like to have a talk show on interior decorator or a stager. Maybe, who can give us good tips on getting the house ready for sale.
Make it happen.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so we certainly need some good tips. Okay, put the frame here, right above the sofa, or don't put it over there.
Absolutely.
I'm huge on aesthetics, so please, let's do this.
Well, that's a good idea, actually.
You already, Anu.
That would actually help us, and then given the situation, we want people to be more health conscious. So why not have some breathing techniques taught so that we can go out and play golf? I did take some golf lessons last year too, Bob. So keep me posted on you if you're going out. So
I feel like there's a IQI Canada golfing tournament coming up soon. I feel this coming on, so I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, certainly. Maybe we'll have the 5,000th episode, or maybe the 1,000th episode on the golf.
And by the 5,000th episode, I think you guys are going individually into different tournaments yourselves as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Certainly. So we should have more people. Yeah, certainly. The breathing technique should be, we should, maybe that will open up for regardless of every age. They will be watching us too.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Me, I guess, yeah. Well, I mean, definitely a lot of ideas just keep coming in. Like Benjamin was saying something like some hobby stuff. That's definitely something we're looking forward to, because, I have find out that a lot of times, especially for Chinese speaking agents, unfortunately they don't play that much of Facebook, and sometimes they do have the camera shy. Happens all the time, which I had a little bit at the beginning as well. But I mean, you have to put yourself out there. So what we have been trying to do is try to make this topics, everything is more casual, rather than like a lot of topic, because once it become casual, and we have managed to getting more people in the same screen, basically, from the 3 different people, probably we have a more of a perspective, and then just make that speaker as a first time, probably just make it easier for them to adapt in. And we had this teammate, his name is Aaron Sun. He actually very afraid of talking on the camera, and we said you gotta step out your comfort zone like that. And he said, Bob, I'm gonna try it out. So Ben and myself, nice. Just sort of getting him on board, and he's just don't know what he's talking about, and we throw in some questions and start asking him there. He's just very shy, very like I asked him one question, he just answered with 1 word or 2 words. And I was like, okay. So we start asking something about what's your hobby, what's your daily life, this and that. And now he just gets so much to say. And he forgot about the time, he forgot about everything. And eventually it turns out a good a segment. I think it's a good talk show after that. And eventually when he was looking at his topic, everything, and he's just so proud himself, like he can do that. Now that he actually sending over to his friends and clientele, and everybody says, Aaron did a good job. And he said, Bob, I want to do the next one again. It's okay, good. So I think the topics is one thing, and also we have to get more and more agents to be able to expose themselves a little bit more, like to present themselves a little bit more, and that's what we do, right? So definitely some ideas we have coming up. It's just make it casual a little bit more, and to get more exposure for our agents.
That's 100% awesome. Like, seriously, like I love to see that. And I love seeing people like getting out of their comfort zone and speaking in public or like in front of the camera, because it doesn't seem like it, but I used to be very shy and like afraid of the camera as well when I was like younger. So look what happened. Could be Aaron as well.
We're learning from you guys. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're just learning. So that actually brings me. It's a perfect segue to what I was about to ask, and that is basically, how has this platform for both of you? How has this platform, like, changed things for you personally and also professionally? And of course, would you recommend to other people for them to, like, jump onto the platform and show their side as well?
Go ahead.
No, sure. Thank you. So certainly, as we are all talking about being no longer being camera shy, so it has helped me for sure. Artie would remember, I was so nervous when it was the first time, and I was like, oh, am I looking okay? And my hair okay? And I had like script ready to read. But yes, no more camera shy for sure. Again, it is we are coming in limelight. It is a great platform. Thanks to Mr. Kasher for having this idea thrown on us. But certainly when we get the 1,000 overviews, we do feel proud, right? We are helping somebody.
Absolutely.
And when, as you said, that should I recommend to our agents? I would want more women power over here on the social media from IQI. We have an awesome team, and we should all get the brilliant ideas out. See, we got golf out, we got breathing techniques out, we got interior decorator out. So maybe we have plenty more, right? And I always, yes. And the best way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing, right? So
absolutely.
And again, I would like to quote Mr. Kashif, as he was saying today earlier, that we have to just jump into it, and we'll learn to swim. So yes, that's what I would say.
I love the fact that you mentioned this one thing about, like, having more accomplished women on this show, because I have to say, in the real estate industry, there are so many very well accomplished women that are doing so much of huge sales going on from Malaysia, other countries, and Canada. We really do need to bring them up and show the world, like, that power.
Absolutely.
Well,
and of course, Paul.
Yeah, for girl power, you'll get it. The Farsi speaking that was mentioning, Dante, it's from our team here. Her name is Mariam. Actually, the last name is Banasetti. Yeah, so she's actually very active in Facebooks. So I have arranged she's gonna jump over in 2 days. So I'm probably gonna prepare her to start something in Farsi with you probably at the beginning, and maybe I can join them too. So girl power is always there. Anu, don't worry, it's coming.
100%. And let her know this is gonna be my first and ever. I've never done it on any other platform to speak in Farsi. This is the first time I'm gonna be doing it, and it's gonna be on this platform. And welcome back, Artie.
Thank you.
Okay.
You seem out of breath, man.
What's going on?
Sorry, technical issues. My laptop was about to die, so I've had to quickly change monitors.
Good.
No worries.
Yeah, wonderful. I mean, in terms of this platforms, definitely it's helping myself even in the different ways. Obviously, now that I got this possibility, like I can even show myself even more and show my teammates even more. And then I will even, what I was thinking, because I do a lot of listings past 5 years, I start even thinking maybe we should start working on something towards the specific communities, like letting people know that about this community details and what's happening in this community is new projects incoming. And then also, we should feature some of the properties that we have, even put in listings, especially for those luxury houses. Sometimes people are looking for this type of luxury houses, but then it's not even a market, right? So I was thinking, even if there's any guests or clients or customers looking at this, we can sell your property even in front of the camera. Believe it or not, give us a call.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Let us know. It's all around
and
here.
speaking of giving us
Look
a call,
at
it's
this.
all down there. 905-564-0188.
Exactly.
I know the line. I know the line.
I love it when you
good.
say a number. I can't do it. I never do that. I can never do that.
Oh my goodness.
You see it. You say it like an infomercial. It's so cool. And of course, Artie, what's the next questions on your side?
Absolutely. So actually, Anubhav, I was wondering if you guys could, in 2 sentences or less, give us just 1 or 2 reasons why you decided, there's a plethora of real estate brokerages out there that you could have joined. Why IQI?
Wow. So just in 2 sentences?
2 sentences.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So quickly. Okay. Well, I started officially with IQI, Juwai IQI in 2018. But my journey starts from 5 years ago. So it is a little difficult to, shorten it up into 2 lines. But I met Mr. Yusuf. He actually bought me a... Yeah, thanks. That's good. So Mr. Yusuf got me a tenant for my own property, as I was talking earlier. So I was doing it for myself a long time ago, right? So that's how we bonded. And then we also did a deal together later when I got my license. And then anyways, he introduced the IQI platform to me because we had bonded well. And we both knew, we had a common platform of like serving people, I would say,
For sure.
We met at that ground, and then he brought the IQI platform to me. And then I was like, the whole IQI was actually thinking out of the box. That really enticed me. And yeah, exactly. And then, that was it. No looking back after that. I just said yes. And then we just started our whole IQI journey.
Wonderful.
That's
amazing,
3 lines.
Amazingly.
Thank you.
We'll say it's 3 lines. Don't worry.
Bob, over to you.
Would you want to go
Sure.
3 lines as well?
Well, when you talk about 1 or 2 lines, I thought about our recent campaign, like "Be the Change" hashtag.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? That's something I can quote from. So I just steal my line there. What I wrote for that "Be the Change" campaign, and what I wrote down is carrying right vision, heading right direction, delivering right culture by right people with right mindset at right timing, and that undoubtedly is the right decision to be part of Juwai IQI family.
Super.
That's what I
Beautifully put. Beautifully
Both
put.
of you, wonderfully put. Wonderfully put, both of you.
Very well summarized.
Thank you.
Exactly. Well, Bob, I wanted to ask you something. All right. So as VP of operations for Juwai IQI Canada, you've had a big hand in terms of the expansion in the Canada side. So what are your hopes and dreams for the company moving forward?
Well, I think a lot of us have been talking about this, the more and more awareness, local awareness of our branding here. We got all the things that we need. We got all the mindset, smart, all the platform, everything ready to go. But then, when come down to every time, I think we come down to a new country, especially a very competitive country like Toronto, city Toronto. It's going to be tough to get the name out there. Especially local are already very be aware of such big brands that the big players. But then I wanted to do is because that's what I'm good at. We have spent so much time in Toronto locally doing business. And a lot of people actually know ourselves, our teams. And I just wanted to be proud to be on this platform and just getting the name out. That's why we want to do the expansion all from west to east, because I'm pretty sure lots and lots of clientels or agents are desperate to find such a platform, such a company, such nice people to be in the community and to show them how to get it done. To show them what is the future looks like, to show them that what we're capable of doing, and then that's why I'm here. That's why I have been telling our teams, teammates, that we have to be proud of what we're doing, and we have to be proud of where we are right now, and we have to get the name out. Work now, because in front of everybody, we are representing Juwai IQI Canada. So that's my main roles right now. First of all, getting people to know our brand. That's where the expansion is. And also, I wanted to help all the agents locally, because what we have is so amazing, and what the agents are looking for. That's why I'm here. Like, I was looking for that kind of stuff too. The company has to help in a certain sense, and never just say, okay, because I provide you with this and that, okay, you got to pay me that much. A lot of companies are doing it, but we are doing differently. We never ask them. It's just like Kashif was saying, we, like, as a company, are always, thinking about what agents are looking for. What is, these are people, like, they need help. Okay. Toronto, Canada, like, it's been there for 150 years, like the traditional way of doing business, and it gotta change. So GUI, IQI Canada, we're here not just playing the games. We're here to change the game. Okay. So that's why I'm doing it.
Love it. And I love the fact that, like, it's so great that Canada is so diverse in terms of, like, the communities that are in there, and being that IQI itself is such a diversely global company from different countries, different languages. Just in IQI Canada, we have so many different languages. And there you have it.
Thank you, Kashif.
And of course, like, there's so much diversity, and just in IQI Canada, I'm not even talking about, GUI IQI as a global, we already have so much diversity there, but just in IQI Canada itself, so many different languages, so many different people, so many different backgrounds and cultures and everything. And it's so great because we can get in touch with all these different communities by the word of our own mother tongue. And it's so beautiful. And when you guys told me I'm, like, going to be meeting a Iranian or Persian, agent, I was so excited, so that's incredible. Thank you so much, Bob, for that answer. And going back to you, Artie.
Wow. So, Anu, all this talk about, all the history of IQI and all the transactions that you've done. As I said before we introduced you, you are the one who found me my basement apartment in Brampton. And I still remember how I almost... I mean, it's a hilarious story because I actually bungled up the transaction and kind of doubled the work for Anu. So I really do apologize for that. But
and it's been a couple of years now. And he's apologizing today.
He wanted to do it publicly, so it means more.
Absolutely, yeah.
In front of thousands of people.
I had no idea what the phrase "make an offer on this property" meant, and I didn't know that that meant that this is the only one I'm interested in. And the next day after I make the offer on that property, I'm like, well, can we look around? And she's like, what do you want to look around for? You just made an offer on this one. I'm like, oh, is that the end of the search? Oh no, I still want to keep looking. But Anu, do you have any words of advice for anyone who's looking to join the real estate world, or to any brokerage, not necessarily just IQI, but just looking to join or make an offer? Like, apart from, don't do business with me because I don't know what, make an offer means. But
now you know.
Now I do, hopefully.
No, I have been the most luckiest one, I should say, Artie, to have helped you find your first place in Toronto. So I really like it from the bottom of my heart that, I was the one to help you out. And no worries at all. I was there to... I know, no, not at all. And then we had a good time. We did go around so many times. We learned so much about music from Artie. So, yeah, I still remember all of that. So, well, coming back to your question... it's to give words of wisdom. I'm not sure if I'm that ready, but yes, I've already learned that, if you become the average of 5 people you associate with, right? So if you have a team which is empowered and is empowering you, you become that. And the fastest way of changing yourself is to hang out with the people who already have, right? Who already are that you want to be. And with IQI, I guess our mission has always been win-win, and to provide our sales reps with the environment that they want to develop their skills as a sales or business people, so that they can reach to their full potential, right?
Absolutely.
And we are actually taught to chase the vision, I would say, not the money, as the money will, end up following you. So
I love that.
Yeah, and that's what it has been taught to us, or that's the environment that we are put into. And Mr. Yusuf has been, saying that, yes, very well said, but I have learned from him. That's where I would put up. I have really learned a lot from him. He has always taught me to put myself into the client's shoes first, and then that's where we get the repeat customers from. Again, our broker of record, I would say, Mr. Yusuf, is always there to guide me. He's all of us, and he not only gives you knowledge about by the books. He would uplift you as a person. We have had conversation where he has recharged me. We have had conversation where he has taken asked me to take ownership rather than just putting the blames or excuses or denials. He is always there. He sits down with me. He will ask us to make your plan for a year or 6 months, and he would ask us to do it. So no one outside would do that so much for you. The mentoring that we get in IQI, Juwai IQI, it's just incredible. Also,
Absolutely.
and I would like to quote our CEO, Mr. Kashif Ansari. He had actually put a quote in the group, and he said that we are not a team because we work together, and I loved it. And he said that we are a team because we respect, trust, and care for everybody.
Absolutely.
So
That's very true.
and I guess great things in business will never be done by just one person, right? So we certainly need to have an awesome team who is ready. And Bob is here. He's managing so many people. He's taking them one-on-one. So I guess that's how we will go forward.
And I love
Wonderful.
that you said
Thank
that
you.
because thank you so much. I love that you said that because in IQI I realized that we don't have this uppity kind of hierarchy of looking down
Yes.
at other people coming up. It's very horizontal, and everybody is just there to support each other. As you said about Kashif, I work directly with him, and I never ever feel I'm being looked down upon. In fact, he's always been trying to lift me up and make sure that I'm growing, putting me into making sure that I'm doing something that is good for the future. So thank you, Kashif, and thank you everyone in IQI, Juwai IQI all over the world. You guys are amazing, and keep on supporting each other. That's what I want to say.
Certainly.
Wonderful.
Do you have
So
any
I
closing
think
remarks before we end?
yes.
Good.
Bob, you were to go first.
Okay, well, I mean, definitely, it's been amazing. I just didn't know that the time flies that fast, and just I wanted to first of all thank you guys. I mean, to have us today, and Dente, and Ardavan. I love the guy. You guys do all the talk shows which we're gonna learn from you guys. Okay, some techniques.
We're learning from you too.
And believe it or not, that will help us as an agent to represent ourselves in front of the clients as well. So the confidence come from that, all the possible, platforms that company given. So I will highly recommend everybody that watching right now, no matter you're with Juwai IQI or not, okay, pick up a phone call us, okay? Or if you're already in this platform, join us at the live talk, okay? Anytime you feel like you're not comfortable, we're here for you to make you comfortable, okay? So this is a platform for everybody, okay? It's not just for ourselves or whoever, okay? It's for everybody. And the company is, the mindset terminology is already set up like that. And our people is always thinking like that as well. So we are all gonna carry out that culture along with our site, and just pass it on to all the agents that decide to join us in the future.
Wonderfully said.
Thank you.
Said.
Thank you very
And
much.
it's the best thing. Exactly. And I really love that because, there is no such sentence as I can't do it in IQI. There is nothing like that. If you can't, don't say it. You'll learn. That's the most important part. There's only one way, and that's up.
Yeah, try it.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Wonderful, guys. Thank you so much
Thank
for joining
you.
us. This has been an incredible session with you guys as well. Bob, Anu, we love you very much, and we hope to see you again on the show. And of course, outside of the show, I mean, Artie's going to be seeing them in golf anyway, so I'm going to come to Canada soon. All right, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. I will be going to the ending session, so we'll be saying goodbye with you guys. Take care.
Thank you so very much.
See you soon. For sure.
Thank you, Anu. Thank you, Bob. Pleasure having
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
All right, have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Have a good night. Have a good cooking, Bob.
Yes, I'm doing now. Bye now.
Bye-bye. All right, that was incredible.
Episodes.
Yeah, wow, indeed. We've done 1.5 hours, almost 1.5 hours.
Almost 1.5 hours.
Incredible session. Thank you so much, Artie, and thank you everyone for joining us wherever you are around the world, not just in Canada, because we know IQI is a global company, and I know you are tuning in from every side of the world, whether it's from Philippines, Dubai, to going to Vietnam, and every corner of the world that we are, UK. Thank you. And if I haven't named your country, sorry about that.
Absolutely. No, there are so many people we do need to thank for not just for, it's really for making IQI Canada Evening Talks what it is, right? We're nothing without our speakers, nothing without our distinguished guests. So a big thank you, no matter where you've joined us from, whether it's from Canada or beyond our borders. So, Aaron, Chen, Sean, Lily, Andrew, Chandy, Barack, Omar, Mandy, our social media team, Beta, Anthony, Gudrell, Joseph, Dinesh, just to name a few. Thank you all so much for your time, your energy, and of course, your expertise. And, Dante, this is, as we said, this is the 100th episode, and normally it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday for you. This is the time where we'd be talking about a July agent package or a July developer package.
That's true. You want to start now?
No, some of us have to eat. But I just wanted to say that, whether we're doing the 100th show or the 1,000th show or, an agent show, I cannot think of a better co-host to do it with. Like, without exaggeration.
Thank you so much.
Without exaggeration, these evening talk shows with you are the highlight of my week.
The same for you, though.
Thank you.
Oh.
So thank you so much for just being Dante Azarmi, as we know and we love you. So as we say in Farsi, khayli mamnoon azizam.
خواهش میکنم, and خیلی ممنون to you too as well. Thank you so much. I have to say the very same about you, and of course it has been again another awesome session with you and our very good friends and colleagues in Canada and around the world, in Malaysia. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It has been a real blessing to have you on the show, and continue to watch us, because we're going to come up with so many more episodes that you're going to love and adore and learn a lot from as well. So till that time, it's been from me, Dante Azarmi, and of course, I always get this wrong, and are the one there. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and evening. And don't forget, as many of our speakers have said, there is a comfort zone, and you need to get out of it if you really want to know what you can do. That's being
There's
said.
the motivational speaker.
I can't get rid of it. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, see you soon. Take care of yourselves and have a very lovely day. Yusuf, you rock too. See you all very soon.
Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful night.